Western's received military-friendly designation for a little over 7 years now. However, I don't think we're always typically thought of by folks who are connected to the military as a school that they might want to go to. One of the best parts about Western is we are very committed to diversity and inclusion and equity and having voices from the military. They're bringing in a lot of information and experiences that could be beneficial for this campus to hear about.
My time in the military just really told me that I just didn't want to stay in the military. I felt like I had sort of gotten to as far as I could.
My military service directly impacted my choice to come to Western.
So when I started looking at universities, I looked into the area because I got out of the Navy right before the spring quarter started.
What brought me Western was my perception that we have a lot more inclusive community and a commitment to build a lot more inclusive community at Western. So from that perspective, veterans are an absolutely integral and important component of this institution. It's the values, the perspectives, the life experiences that they bring, I think add so much more richness to the classroom, to the informal conversation with students, faculty and staff, and just to the overall climate of the university.
So my name is Ann Beck. I'm the Assistant Director of Veteran Services here at Western Washington University. I have been in this role for about 3.5 years now. So Veteran Services, we are the office that processes the paperwork for the VA. We make sure that our students are getting their monthly living stipends and getting their money, and we're making sure that the university is getting their money from the VA. We're kind of the middleman between the VA and the university to make sure everything's on board, and that's always been the primary role of the Veteran Services. Over time, we started to develop more programming and education across campus and trying to be a point place for students who are coming here and kind of seeing what their needs are. I think a big part of this office is helping to be a place that students can meet each other and find other people with common backgrounds or interests. Oftentimes students will just kind of gravitate here and maybe sit down and just start doing their schoolwork in the office. And throughout their time working on their assignments, people will come in and conversations will start and relationships will start to build. So there starts to form these groups and this kind of social network and support. And so I think that's a big part of what helps students to be successful is building connection and wanting to stay here because they feel like they have that support.
I think Western's surprisingly red for a school. It's still very liberal, for sure. But what's interesting to me is the fact that there are so many counter opinions to it. And I think this school does value the idea of having a very politically diverse culture. I'm happy with the situation, the environment. And it does also sort of reflect back to what I said earlier about how a lot of the people that engage me and ask me questions about, like, oh, you were in the military, whatever, they themselves tend to be very okay with that, or whatever their political opinion, they all very much are sort of like pro-veteran or pro-military. The people who are here, I would say, are pretty smart, pretty clear-headed about these sorts of things.
I think anyone coming in and really seeking out a sense of camaraderie here at this school should really just come see us at the Veteran Center, come talk to us about a club. I feel like the specific group of people that are more constantly there have built a really good relationship. That sense of camaraderie does not go away. We're all different branches and we all seem to get along really, really well. And a lot of us at times even learn a lot about each other.
I think I expected the veterans community here to be more admin side, and I didn't realize it was actually a real community. Between the veterans, there's definitely a strong connection.
The office here is great. The people here, like Wendy and Ann, they're just on top of their veterans. They understand it's difficult, transitioning into a new environment, and so they definitely keep on top of their veterans. They are very helpful in that sense. The administration here is really good about making sure that they succeed.
One of our goals at Tuition is to advance inclusive excellence. And that means that every student who comes here is successful, irrespective of where they are coming from. And veterans are an absolutely essential and critical element of that goal. It is our job and our commitment to make sure that we provide the resources, the support, the pathways that they need to be successful at Western.
I really love my job. The days that I love my job the most are the days where it's loud in the office and there are students in there really engaged, and I've got students stopping by my office. Those are the best days. It's that interaction with students that I'm remembering this is why I do what I do, and this is why I'm a part of this Western veteran community.